Okay, today we are diving deep into the story of the single largest animal to have ever lived on planet Earth. And trust me, the true story of this creature is way bigger than you can even imagine. Let's get right into it. All right, so quick question for you. When I say the largest animal ever, what's the first thing that pops into your head? You're probably picturing a dinosaur, right? Something massive with a super long neck making the ground shake. That's what most of us think. But the real answer? Well, it's gonna surprise you. Because the biggest beast in our planet's history isn't some fossil collecting dust in a museum. It's a mammal. It lives in our oceans and it's alive right now. We're talking about the one and only, the magnificent blue whale. To really wrap our heads around this animal, we have to understand its absolutely unbelievable scale. So to kick things off, let's try to put its size into a perspective that we can actually visualize. So let's talk length. A fully grown blue whale can be up to 33 meters long. Now, what does that even mean? Picture three big school buses parked bumper to bumper. That's how long we're talking. I mean, can you even imagine something that huge just cruising by you in the water? It's wild. And its weight? Well, its weight is even crazier. A blue whale can weigh up to 181 tons. That is the same as about 40 African elephants. Or, if you're a dinosaur fan, get this. That's the weight of about 30, yes, 30 T-Rexes. And if you put it head to head with the biggest dinosaurs we know of, well, it's no contest. Argentinosaurus, which people often say was the heaviest dinosaur, probably topped out around 75 tons. Patagotitan was maybe 55. The blue whale weighs more than double the biggest land animal we've ever found. It's not even in the same league. So you've got to be wondering, how does a body that massive even work? It takes some seriously spectacular internal engineering. So let's take a look under the hood. Okay, just let that number sink in for a second. 900 kilograms. That's almost 2,000 pounds. And that's just the weight of its heart. It is, by a huge margin, the biggest heart in the entire animal kingdom. If you're having trouble picturing that, just think of a small car, like a Volkswagen Beetle. Yep, that's about the size and weight of the heart that powers this incredible animal. It's an organic engine on a scale that's just hard to process. And this next one, this is one of my absolute favorite facts about the blue whale. It's just so wild. Its main artery, the aorta, is so wide that a whole person could literally swim right through it. Just take a second and try to picture that. What's really incredible, though, is the sheer power of this system. That giant heart beats really slowly, only about once every 10 seconds. But with every single one of those beats, bam, it pushes 220 liters of blood through those enormous arteries. Okay, so a creature this colossal had to start somewhere, right? Well, it all begins with what is, without a doubt, the most extreme growth spurt on the entire planet. Get this. A blue whale calf is born already weighing about 2.5 tons. To put that in perspective, that's the size of a fully grown hippopotamus at birth. And how does it get any bigger from there? Milk. But not just any milk. A calf drinks up to 190 liters. That's 50 gallons of its mother's milk every day. And this stuff is unbelievably rich, with a fat content somewhere between 35 and 50%. That's basically like drinking pure heavy cream. So, what's the result of that super rich diet? The calf puts on about 90 kilograms, that's 200 pounds, every single day. If you do the math, that's almost 4.5 kilograms or 10 pounds an hour. It's the fastest growth rate of any animal on Earth, period. So let's just recap this insane growth spurt. At birth, it's already 7 meters long and weighs as much as a hippo. Then, for 6 months, it does nothing but drink its mother's milk, and it doubles in length to 15 meters. It literally goes from hippo-sized to city bus-sized in only half a year. Incredible! All right, so this all begs a huge question. How? How is any of this even possible for a living creature? Well, the secret ingredient, it turns out, is the ocean itself. It's not just one thing, you know? It's like a perfect storm of conditions that came together. First, you've got the buoyancy of water, which can support a weight that would just crush an animal on land. Then, millions of years ago, changes in the climate created these super dense, all-you-can-eat snack bars of krill. So whales evolved this genius filter feeding method to gobble it all up. And finally, being huge actually became an advantage for traveling thousands of miles between those feeding spots. And that feeding method, as scientist Jeremy Goldbogen explains, was the real game changer. Basically, he's saying that once baleen whales figured out this whole filter feeding thing, they could suddenly gulp down way more food than ever before. This just unlocked their potential to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And all of this leaves us with one last, kind of mind-bending question. The blue whale isn't just a big animal. It's the product of a really specific moment in our planet's history. It's this perfect recipe of physics and climate and evolution. And as our planet keeps changing, you really have to ask yourself, could a creature on this scale ever exist again? Or was the blue whale a once-in-a-planet's-lifetime phenomenon?